Actually, trying to get my bearings. Yeah, let's go. Let's go up the stairs. Yeah. How did I get there? Was it from the second floor? Okay, that's not actually how I meant to do that. Let's go through here. Fuck. Okay. Oh, thank God. Feel like a new man, James. Feel like a new man. Snow White music box, figure from the fairy tale Snow White attached, found in the pantry. Cinderella music box, figure of fairy tale Cinderella attached, found in room 202, and we found that earlier. Videotape I forgot at the hotel 3 years ago. .52 rifle shells. Alright, good to hear, good to hear. Sadly, our little friends are not here for me to blast away. But you know what? That's okay. I've had enough violence for one day. Well, I say that. I don't get that as a choice. There's a rectangular indentation. There's a plate in front of the indentation, then something is engraved on it. Seat of the princess who awoke from death. That doesn't sound quite right. Is this music box broken? Or maybe... No, it's because you haven't put any of them in. Awoke from death would be Snow White. Just for the sake of listening to it. This plate in front of the indentation engraved. See that the princess who fled at midnight. Cinderella, Cinderella. Let's hear what this one sounds like. hotel stairwell key, or stairway key. Gotta love that music. What floor are we on? 1. There's a painting hanging on the wall. It looks like a landscape of this area. It's nice. Oh yeah, this observation room is here for an ending, a secret ending. Okay. Nothing besides 312 should be open. Oh my god. Alright, it's time for something of great importance. I used the key to room 312. It's a nice bed, nice room, I think. What? What? The chair is facing this way. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. Well, I mean, we'll find out. If this gets messed up, it'll be hilarious. But if it gets messed up, I'm going to have to do some editing. Alright. There's a television here. Even when it's plugged in, all I get is snow. There's a VCR here. It looks like I'll be able to use it. Let's watch the videotape, shall we?
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
Mary.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Laura. Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
No, I killed her.
You killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. The Mary you know isn't here. Laura, I'm sorry.
James, where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please come to me. Do you hate me? Is that why you won't come? James,
That voice!
James, please hurry. Are you lost? I'm near. I'm waiting nearby.
All right. There's nothing to see.
I want to see you, James.
Oh, it's
Can you
Mary.
hear me? James.
So, yeah, you could probably guess, but it might have been hard to see. That was a videotape of Mary of Mary and James on their vacation to Silent Hill some time ago. But unfortunately, not part of the tape, really, but because of Silent Hill magic and whatnot, James has received clarity. He smothered his wife with a pillow because she was sick. And there's a lot of reasons of why he did it and why he could have done it. But we'll get to that more later, and it also depends kind of on the ending. But, yeah. So, I'd say fun fact, but, given the circumstance. So James... Guy Seehee, when they did the mocapping for this scene, hated how the girl who played Laura was, yelling at Guy and, going through the motions for that. So she started to cry, so they paused for a little bit and talked it out and showed that it's okay, it's alright. But in that scene originally, the moment when James is smothering her, there is the actual, death throes and whatnot and struggling that you can hear during that point. but they felt that was too graphic and took it out. And a fair choice. However, if you watch Guy See, he's back to the or behind the scenes of that moment. It keeps the audio in there in case you're morbidly curious. All right. Quiet, please. I think that sounds all right. We got some stuff we gotta do. So, if you were looking at context clues up to this point, you will notice that this is really what the hotel looks like. James mentioning things kind of were moldy, things were a little gross, For it to be as pristine as it was all this time it would have been surprising, We're so close to the end of the game. Alright. But yes, James perceived this as his memory of what the hotel was before, is why it was so nice looking. Now it is as it has been for about a year now. Okay. So we got some purple markings on stuff. And they act differently than normal doors. Alright, and also, what I'm about to do also heavily affects the ending. But we've done so many things for all variants of the ending, I don't know what we're going to get. So I'm going to throw a save here.
Mary's going to die? You must be joking.
You must be joking.
I'm very sorry.
But you're a doctor. It's your job to heal people. How can you just let her die?
Please, calm down. As her doctor, I promise I'll do what I can. But there's still no effective treatment for her condition.
How long does she have?
I'm afraid I'm not sure. 3 years at most. Perhaps 6 months. It's impossible to say with certainty.
So, James perceived the situation differently because he had, I believe the condition is called complicated grief. So, James came here to town with the idea that he could find Mary here. But the note that he had isn't in here. So he didn't get a letter that told him to come to Silent Hill. He did that of his own mental state. And so that's why we're here right now. And the town, obviously taking his energy, has made things the way they are to kind of circle around him. We'll explain more of that in a little bit once I can have full spoilers. That just walked me down the hall. If I go back through it, hey, I'm here. So things are a little wonky. Alright. So now we're at 219. So I know for a fact that the other doors aren't going to help me. And we're going to go down to the west. Make sure we're at where we think we are. Okay. Yep. I feel like I'm missing an amp. Oh, there they are. Okay. Now it's time to go to the basement. Going down! I hear it more than I see it. So you could probably guess. Jukebox, I got no use for that right now. I got a health drink. Health drink, health drink. Health drink, health drink. It's almost like you perceive alcohol as a useful thing. No. No, I don't think that's the symbolism there. But it could be, you know. You can interpret it either way. So that's another part of things is with the fact that his wife was dying and the grief that he experienced from that, man had himself a few drinks every now and again, you know? The refrigerator won't open. And that's where that extra note that I read that I don't think I would have been able to get comes from, because Mr. James, you know, if he was feeling really sad for himself, he'd be like, I drink to null the pain. Alright. It's time for one of the heaviest scenes in the game, if you can believe it. But it's one of the most famous ones. First, I think I remember that being. In case you're wondering, no, that was not what I was going to talk about. I was going to say I was pretty sure there was a prompt about the wine bottle, but I guess I might have missed it the first time. Think it's this door? Yes, it is. Let's go.
I was looking for you. Now you're the only one left. Maybe then I can rest. Mama, why are you running away? not my mama? It's you! Oh, I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserved what happened.
No, Angela, that's wrong.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James, give me back that knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No, I'd never kill myself. It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too. For me, it's always like this.
Wait, Angela, come back! Ugh. No, I can't. And she will ascend the stairs, never to be seen again, sadly. And on to the left and right, you can see the inspirations for the abstract daddy that she is familiar with. Yeah. So, let's talk about that, shall we? As mentioned before, Thomas Orozco and I forget whatever her brother's name is, both raped her plenty of times in her youth, to the point where she did escape from her home and got a job as a waitress at like a diner. This is from like a comic, I believe, or so. But even then, she was still getting, grabbed ass and stuff from customers, and I think even her manager potentially. Not sure. Either way, in this Silent Hill game, the first one was more of, just the negative thoughts, especially amplified by a psychic girl who was in constant pain and whatnot, and a cult wanting and thinking about their god manifesting made it so. So the spirits in this one, to describe them a little bit better, would be because the three main characters that we've seen through this game that are, adults and whatnot, Angela, James, and Eddie, we have really trauma, guilt, repressed emotions bubbling to the surface, and whether they had small impact or contact with the town or not, they did interact with it, and their sins kind of compelled them to come back to this town. for their unfinished business. And in this kind of town, you either make the best of what you got, or you don't survive it. And that's not too surprising. So that's one reason that Silent Hill 2 is more favored amongst people than the other ones, because not only does it have a rich narrative and whatnot, but it's very interesting to see the psychology of these characters and why the game looks the way it does. And as Master Ito said, that the Abstract Eddie does not look like what we see it, but Angela has a different version. The monsters are more personalized to each character in here, but from what James sees, he sees like the lying figures, he sees the mannequins, he sees bubblehead nurses, and all kinds of stuff like that. Meanwhile, we've had Eddie, who has said he'd seen some weird looking monsters. He didn't see Pyramid Head, even though he was in the same kind of building. And whatnot. It's not clear what Eddie is seeing as far as monsters go, but as far as his version of Silent Hill, with how his mind works, is projecting it as a more cold and bitter place that also has people laughing at him and mocking him, and it drives him to the edge and way past it to where he thinks that, you know, the only way to get ahead in things is to kill everybody. Angela, because of her childhood trauma with her molesting parent and brother, and even her mom, who didn't do a damn thing for her benefit, you know, feeling unclean, felt a lot of pain, a lot of anger, just agony all over, never really being able to escape the intensity of what had happened to her and whatnot. You have Angela, who came to town to try and get rid of the people who had wronged her so much, and that's where we see Mr. Thomas Orozco and the brother here. In very fine detail. They did not look this clear in the base game for obvious reasons, but like you can clearly tell like that is a person that if you just peel them from the back is decorated very nicely on the wall, and is at least what they should get. But yeah, so she experiences flames, never-ending nagging pain, and, you know, the feeling of everything closing in on her, effectively. And she has gone upstairs to never be heard from or seen again, presumably to die. The knife that we have is stained with Thomas Orozco's blood. And there's more about that later, but we'll get to that later. And this is where we actually were trying to go through, but we stepped into Angela's nightmare for a little bit. Probably supposed to go south. Fire department, cross. So, pretty clear now. There's a fire. There was a fire, and it caused the basement and areas to flood. So that's what we're dealing with. Also, I need to turn my volume down because I don't want any overlap if I can help it. Rifle shell, what is in this room? Nothing. think I missed 2 ampoules, but I'm not going to worry about it. I have plenty of health items, and these Mandarin aren't hurting me. Is this the room? This is the room. Okay. So, as you can see, there are 9 red squares lined up. I won't directly say what that is right this second. This is the last save point in the game. I will say that. Okay. I hope you've been enjoying the game so far. We're now about to perform the rest. Here we go.
I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
Okay. I have to fight 2 pyramid heads now. However, I'm going to try and do something funny. I shouldn't be in this corner. I shouldn't be equipping the great knife. I'm going to do it. Come on. That wasn't too bad. Alright, a lot less threatening than, That's all it took. That's all it took. Yeah, you're supposed to, like, unload on this guy for quite some time until, this happens. Could have taken about 50 bullets, but I'd rather save it. It'd be awesome. Well, that's the end of Du Bois. Pyramid Head won't move anymore. It looks like he's holding something. I got a scarlet egg. Pyramid Head won't move anymore. It looks like he's holding something. I got a rust-colored egg. So, on the theme of... I'll talk a little bit more about Pyramid Head in a bit, but if you're wondering what the visual inspiration is, I mentioned earlier the Crimson and White Banquet was significant, and that is because when James and Mary were here in town a year ago, they did have a trip to the Historical Society where they checked out the paintings and whatnot. They obviously didn't have the Misty Day Remains of the Judgment and all that kind of stuff, but they did have the Crimson and White Banquet. And so in the order, the white robe hooded gentleman is represented by a character named Vatiel in the next game, but that's not important right now. But they're like a high priest of the order, the messenger of God, kind of helper thing. While the Red Hood was the executioner of the order. And with how Silent Hill twists and distort things and whatnot, the head of the hood manifests into this more twisted and disgusting variant. Also, it's hard to notice, but inside of the helmets, it's actually open inside of them. Let me see if I can... Yeah, see that little like white area that leads inside of there? Like, there is a tongue that comes out of there. It's really hard to see in some cutscenes. But when James was in the closet trying to look at Pyramid Head for the second time, he was like pulling open his mouth and he was about to like check out what's going on in the closet, but obviously James resisted him. He didn't want to acknowledge him. He wanted him to go away. And then when he went away, he just came back stronger with the great knife. And then I fought against / avoided my problem. And he came back again, knocked my ass off the roof, sent me into critical health. And then the next time I saw him, he discarded that great burden that he had, that great knife, and instead had a spear about just as lethal, but faster, and skewered me. And now, Pyramid Head is a manifestation of James's guilt and his need to be punished for what he did, which was smother his wife with a pillow. And so that manifested one of them. And we've only seen one of them up to this point, besides on the stone tablet in the Toluca prison camp near the gallows, where it had executioners with spears. So it tethered to this moment, too. The second has appeared after James has killed Eddie, incidentally. Another human being. And from the Pyramid Heads, we have a scarlet egg, about the size of a quail's egg. Pyramid Head was holding it. And a rust-colored egg, it's about the size of a quail's egg. Pyramid Head was holding it. There's no clear example of what this means as of yet, but there are some theories, and I will happily talk about them in a little bit. Also, I can go get my save on real quick, and something you may notice, the symbol on the ground, which is a little hard to see, is like the seal of Samael from the first game. So you still have a little bit of the occultism in there. Not a lot, but still some. I'm going to throw another save on here real quick. Alright, so to open the doors, you have to insert both eggs into the doors, which I'll look at them. It's locked. There's a round indention in the door. I'm going to stick a rust-colored egg in this one. And I'm going to stick a scarlet one in this one. That one sure is pretty, though. It does not matter which one you go through. Oh, that door is freaky. Not the only thing that door looks like. Oh, yeah. Silly. Is this the long hallway? I don't think it is. No, but it probably leads into it. Alright. We have a long talk, and I'm not going to
James?
talk through it.
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look! I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here! Leave me alone already! I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go! Are you deaf? Don't come back! James! Wait! Please don't go! Stay with me! Don't leave me alone! I didn't mean what I said! Please, James! Tell me I'll be okay! Tell me I'm not going to die! Help me!
So, yeah, while Mary was on her deathbed, the pain did not let her be as charming and kind as she used to be. And, you know you're going to die, and you're suffering the consequences of it, but it's just being dragged out, it gets rough. And this, one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite games is it's very human to everyone's experience that's involved in here. Like, almost anybody can relate to something in this game at some point. It's a big old psyche valve for just about anybody. But I know for my personal sake, and I won't go into it, I relate too much to a lot of elements in this game, unfortunately, but that's how life goes, and it's hard to blame anybody directly for what happened here. Mary said she wanted to die, but in reality she, was just scared and didn't want to die and lashing out. James did the deed. We'll find out why. But yeah, it's rough. I really wonder which ending I'm getting.